Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. There must be a delay on this. There we go. How is everyone today? Hello. My laptop's going to start going off here in a minute. See, there's definitely a delay. You're at the dentist. Oh, that's hilarious. What about fucking Hawkeyes found a Shein, an actual Shein store? I didn't even know they had stores, like brick and mortar store. But she couldn't get in because the line was so long. But I'm not surprised the line was so long. I've never heard of an actual Shein store other than being online. So that's insanity. Yes, Jamie. Yes. Shein. I think she was in, oh shit. Hawkeyes, where were you? Was it, did you say San Francisco? I forget where she was. Where were you again? What city? Thank you, Melanie Carroll. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Cloudy Kid. Thank you. Thanks, Scott. You've seen the space phones before. San Francisco. Yep. Okay. My guess was right. Jamie, me and you need to book a flight. We got to go to San Francisco. And then Hawkeyes, you gotta show up so we can go shopping together. It's got to happen. By Pier 39. Damn. I'm surprised that they did not also put one in New York. Usually New York and California are like the places that get the stores first. Usually, not always, usually. So I'm surprised, but I've never been to San Francisco, so I'd love to go. Yeah, you like how I angled the camera so we could get full poop in there? So yeah, I'm going live quickly because I don't have my video edited. And I have coaching calls starting at 1:30 all the way through 9:30 tonight. So me getting one up, it probably isn't going to happen. I wonder if it's like a temporary pop-up store then. That's weird. Thank you, Cosmos United. Thank you. I love you too. Love it. Well, I'll be at that damn dentist tomorrow, Hawkeyes. I go back. I swear, I'm going to have like dentist appointments every week. I'm not kidding you. Until that's fixed, because it's still not fixed. Oh, in one of the videos that I will be uploading this week, I don't think my chip is toothed yet. My tooth is chipped. Not my chip is toothed. I think it's not been, it was one of the super chats from 527 or 29 that I, recorded because I always answer the questions. And I don't think my tooth was chipped yet in it. So in case you watch it, don't think, oh, she got her tooth fixed. No, I didn't. Not yet. We're still chipped. But I told y'all, I think I told you every damn video that they're fixing my tongue ring damaged teeth, which are the two missing ones and one back here. I had a tongue ring for a very long time, and I was very irresponsible with it. Like, if I was out, I wasn't taking it out to eat. I would leave it in, and I would bite into my teeth. Oh my God, it hurts so much. So I have like teeth up here and teeth down here that I cracked from it. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to stay on for an hour because I got to call out at 1:30. Yeah, I feel like I had something else to tell you. But all right. Hi, Panther Girl. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. I've sent you 2 requests for an emergency session and got the auto response, but that's all. First request was last Tuesday. I also sent you a DM about an Instagram. Okay, first from the jump, I do not do anything through DMs on Instagram. I get inundated with them. So I would have never seen it on Instagram. But I haven't seen anything I haven't seen anything for emergencies. I mean, if I have, you've heard back from me. So if you could if you don't want to share your email here, you could send me one right now and maybe just give me like the first name of what I'm looking for, and I will pull you as soon as I get off this live stream. But yeah, I haven't gotten it, but I will tell you, I experienced something yesterday with Epics and Chill, how I'm going there this August so you guys could meet me. They were sending me stuff yesterday for booking my flights. And I mean, I was on the phone texting back and forth, and they were not updating and showing up. And they showed up in weird spots in my, so I don't know if, you know, I love Google. So it's nothing against Google, but I don't know if there was a delay or something yesterday where it was not, I wasn't getting them all. And I was on the phone with them as they're sending to me. So just putting that out there. But yeah, send it again right now, or let me know who you are, if you don't mind sharing your email here. Nicole Batch. Oh, thank you, Batch. Smash that like button just like an SP. I like that. I like that a lot. How can I stop intrusive thoughts? I try to correct them on spot, but they are still coming. That's probably the problem. You see, a big misconception in this community are, and like, all right, let me say it like this, because I don't mean any negativity towards coaches who are still teaching from the perspective of flipping all your thoughts. I sincerely just think they just don't know enough yet, or they have not evolved past that yet. So they are still teaching. There are still some, even to this day, still recording videos telling people to flip. You got to flip. You got to flip every single negative thought. You got to. You have to be afraid of your negative thoughts. You have to. You got to get them out of your mind, or they're going to manifest. Every single thought you have is a possibility manifested. Not true. It's 100% not true. It really isn't. And like I said, I don't think they're doing it to teach incorrectly. I sincerely think they do not know any better. Which experiences should be a requirement in order to make a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel. True manifestation experiences should be a requirement. And I know that sounds kind of shitty, and I don't mean if somebody doesn't have their SP, then they shouldn't make a video. I don't mean that, but you will learn through experiences. So if you're getting intrusive thoughts, and especially if it is around the same subject, and it's the same type of thought, meaning, for example, say you're trying to manifest a specific person and you are fearing a third party, even if you don't have one, and you're fearing it, and you get all sorts of constant thoughts that surround a third party or the possibility of. It's time to sit with it. I know some people will tell you, no, don't sit with it. Don't sit with it. You're going to make it dominant, and then it's going to manifest. Also not true. Hence, me making videos on your state of consciousness. You do not, in any way, shape, or form, have to fear your negative, fearful thoughts. You don't. The more you fear them, right? The more you're afraid of them manifesting, the more they're going to come. And it's going to feel like an attack. And if you're flip the thought, Every time one comes in, what are you doing? You're not sincerely flipping that thought. You think you are, in good conscience, you think you are. You're not. You're feeding right into it. You're feeding into it. You're making it dominant. Hence, sitting with it for a minute. Just sit with it for a minute. I'm not saying a long time, a minute or two. Sit with it. And then let's ask yourself, like a child, like a kindergartner or a preschooler, the what ifs. Like a little kid would ask, what if, what if, what if? You're going to do it to yourself while you're sitting with it. Why is this here? Why am I getting intrusive thoughts on this subject? Why does this keep coming up? What am I afraid of? Where is this coming from? So let's say we'll keep with the third party mindset. Why do I keep getting thoughts that, a third party is going to manifest, or I'm afraid one is in the picture, blah, 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 blah. And long story short, if we what if that long enough, it'll probably boil down to not feeling chosen, not feeling good enough, fear of abandonment, and each person's different. So you've got to ask yourself, right? Because we're all individuals. Not every single person has the same exact experience as, the next person. Hence why we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to anyone ever. But more than likely, it's going to dwindle down to, that it's the fear of abandonment, not feeling chosen, not feeling good enough, expecting your relationships to fail, expecting people to disappoint you. It can roll down to all of that. Okay? So once we get there, once we figure out where it is in our self-concept, that is when my suggestion to you, and I promise you, you will eventually feel and see changes within your 3D. If you sit with it, go to your God state, which means if you don't believe in God, you insert a different word, whatever you believe in, reminding yourself of who you are in this equation, reminding yourself that you are the only cause of what you experience out here. Remember, never from the place of blaming ourselves. It's never that. But knowing it's only us. We are creating everything, just us. So why do I have to fear or be afraid of anything out here if I'm the only cause? And the only thing I really, truly need to do is stop chasing off your scary thoughts. Stop giving them power by trying to flip them away. Or affirm, 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 affirm. That's not working either. That's why those thoughts keep coming back to you. Sit with them. Sit. Go to your God state. And by God state, it's just reminding yourself of who you are, who you're connected to, why you have the ability to manifest. And then focus should go on the version of yourself that has what you want. For some of us, that's not easy. And I'm going to tell you, when states of consciousness really clicked with me, it was hard for me to go to my end, the version of myself who had what I wanted. It was hard for me because I was in the middle of a solo vacation. So it was hard. It was triggering. And if going to your end and marinating in that is triggering because you're definitely seeing that you don't have what you want in your 3D and you're still kind of married to it, right? Then go as far as you can. For example, I could only get to the place of, and I'm totally serious. I know that if I keep working at this every single day, I know I'm going to end up getting what I want. I know I don't have to be afraid. That's as far as I could go. That's as far as I could go. It wasn't being perfect, 100% living in the end. It wasn't. It was as far as I could go without getting triggered anymore. And that was enough. And the ball started rolling out in my 3D. Things started changing. So if you can only get to the place of, I know if I do this every goddamn day, that I don't have anything to worry about. I don't have to fear this. I don't have to worry that our SP isn't coming back, or the money's never coming in, or that my health isn't going to get better, whatever you're manifesting. If I can't get to that end, you can get to the place of, if I try this every day, if every single day I try to get to this place, meaning your mindset. And by the way, I was not a visualizer, so it's not like I was getting pictures either. It was just me thinking, I know if I do this every day, if I remind myself of who I am and I have nothing to be afraid of and everything's going to be okay, and that's it, you can only go there, good enough. stuff will start changing. I'm telling you, stuff will start changing. And don't give up if it doesn't feel like it's instant change. But it will start moving. So do that and watch those intrusive thoughts start to die away and not come in and beat the shit out of your mind anymore. Watch that. So don't chase them off anymore. Sit with them. Just for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes. Don't fear that doing that will make them dominant. You are doing the polar opposite by trying to do that. I'm just saying. Sitting with it, finally facing that thought is what finally gets it out of the equation. It's the chasing. The no, flip the thought, affirm, flip, affirm. You're giving life to it. Really think about that for a minute. Really think. And listen, and don't beat yourself up from doing that. Because I used to do that too. I used to do it too. I thought that's what we were supposed to do. Even I believed that at one time. But it ain't. That's how to finally stop the intrusive thoughts. And remembering you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to hold this state of this, what we're calling our perfect state of consciousness. The woman or man who has it all say, you don't have to hold yourself there all the time. You don't. It's normal to fall out. Things will start changing. Okay? Marta, thank you very much. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you. I'm not strong enough to keep on, but you are precious. You are a great woman, and you've been a friend for me. Well, I love that. I want to be everybody's fucking friend. I ain't kidding you. I mean that. But what do you mean you're not strong enough? I don't like that talk. Yes, you are strong enough. Yes, you are. Don't you let that 3D overpower you. I know the struggle of when our 3D is showing us the opposite of what we're trying to manifest. I know that. It can be so fucking depressing. Okay? I know that. But don't you give into it. Don't give into it. Don't you let this fake 1977 newspaper world of the 3D scare you off or overtake you. If you need a break, take the break. Take the break. But come back. Don't give up. Because you don't have to live like that. We don't have to just let life happen to us. That is a trap. That is a cycle. And it's bullshit. And it's how we've been taught to live from the day we come here. But it's not truth. It's not truth. This is just the place where you're finally gathering your mental strength to stop this shit, to stop that cycle, to stop living as if things just keep happening to us. Fuck that entirely. Take your break, but get back on it. You are strong enough. And you tell yourself that every day. Okay? Nicole Betch. Oh, here we go, guys. Thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. I got bit, too. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, anyway. Nicole Betch. Guys, here we go. Here's Nicole reminding us why comedy isn't her genre, okay? Number one, what do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Number two, this guy got hit in the head with a can of soda. Thank God it was a soft drink. Jesus, bitch! You are so fired from your dad jokes. You are so fired. Oh my God, they're terrible. They're like a torture. It's like Nicole's way of torturing us at every live stream for a few moments because she knows I'm going to read it. Hillary Marie, thank you very much. Just showing some love as always. Appreciate you. I love and appreciate you too, Hillary. Thank you very much. Ooh, Amy, hello from WRIF. Ooh, Amy's on the air right now. Isn't that exciting? Love it. Carla Killian, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. SP hasn't been showing up as the version I want. I made a list of attributes, like you said, been affirming that. He was kind of mean to me yesterday. What am I doing wrong? Frustrated and annoyed, trying to stay in state. Love you. Thank you. Love you too. And all right. What am I doing wrong? Number one, we're thinking we're doing something wrong. That's our number one. Number two. So you're affirming for this new version of him, right? But this is where we want to remind ourselves, number one, I don't know what anybody else believes, but I know what I believe and I know what I experience. That there is some level of a lag in our 3D. And I can't give you an exact time frame because sometimes things feel like it's instant change, which to me is a reality shift, but instant show up, or a day or two show up, or a week or two show up. So I can't tell you how quickly the change will come, but what I can tell you is that if you are truly making your God state, remember, remove the word God if you don't believe in God, put the word that you're comfortable with. Your creation state, we can call it that, right? Thank you. Thank you, Chasing Self-Beauty. Thank you so much. You make that your priority. You make your number two priority. You stepping into the version of yourself that has the version of your SP that you desire. Now, hear me on this. We are never, ever changing 3D people. Hear me. We are changing us, and then they reflect the new versions of us. So if SP is not the version we want yet, we don't automatically assume we're doing something wrong or we're failing. We sit with why we're getting triggered with this current version. And listen, if he was mean to you, that's fucking unacceptable. I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling the way you do. And I think this needs to be said more in the community. That's why I try to say it as often as possible. How you feel in the moment that you're experiencing something is fucking valid. If someone's hurting your feelings, you don't instantly beat yourself up and tell yourself, well, I'm not sitting in the state, so it's my fault. Yes, our state of consciousness, our dominant thoughts are what is creating out here. We are the only cause, but we never tell ourselves that how we're feeling by what we're experiencing is wrong, because it's not. We might have to sit with it for a minute to figure out, okay, why is this triggering me? Why is this behavior he's displaying triggering me, and go from there. And 99.99% of the time, in that moment, you will know you are out of a state. You are probably in, listen, on this channel, we call everything victim state if it doesn't mean we get what we want, period. It's just easier for me. So I'm sure that if you sat with yourself in the moment, and that's not for you to beat yourself up, because if you think I do that, I don't do that. I do not beat myself up if I have fallen out of the state and gone into victim state and I'm being triggered by my 3D. I do not beat myself up for that. I don't, because I have a healthy belief that I know that I'll work my way back to a more beneficial state, making my God state priority. And I know 3D will catch up and give me what I want. Create that belief. Tell yourself that. Don't look at it and think, okay, what the fuck? This is not the version of him I want. So I must be doing something wrong. I'm failing at this. I must not be in the state, and then be hard on yourself. No, sit with it. Ask yourself, why is this triggering me? Why is this behavior triggering me? Now, let's just say your SP, was being sarcastic, not very lovey-dovey. We'll say that's what the being mean was, because if it was abuse of any kind, we get the fuck out of that situation. We don't worry about manifestation at that point. But if he was just being a typical, sarcastic shithead in the moment, why is that triggering to me? Why is that bothering me? So in the moment, I would keep asking myself, all right, why does that bother me? Well, it makes me feel disrespected. Why do I feel disrespected? Because I feel that this person thinks that they can speak to me any fucking way they want. And I don't like that. I feel disrespected. Okay, but why? What does it mean to you? What are you equating that behavior to yourself? What's the straight line from that? I feel that when SP is being disrespectful to me, it makes me feel like I am not a priority to this person. Or when SP is talking disrespectful, this means to me that perhaps SP doesn't love me enough, or I am not good enough to receive proper, respectful treatment from this person. So I am equating that as my self-concept is saying, I'm not good enough, or I'm not chosen, or my SP is disrespectful to me because I'm not a priority to him. Do you see what I mean? It's walking your way backwards, getting down to the nugget of where it is within our self-concept. I always give the example of how in my very early days in my relationship, when I was a hot mess express, always triggered if I didn't get my morning message. And remember, once I finally started really addressing it instead of spiraling, I figured out that I was equating that morning message to his love for me. I did not feel like I was a priority to him. I was not feeling chosen in the moment. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, I know how crazy that sounds, okay? Yeah, but I'm just being honest. That's why I share my stories. So, do you see? When we are being triggered, we are equating that to something within. When our SP is not showing up as the versions we prefer, I don't want you to go straight to, I'm doing something wrong, I'm a failure. No, screw that. Screw that. Let's focus more on where's it coming from. And there's always going to be an answer. There's always going to be a place in the self-concept where that trigger is coming from. Okay? So walk your way back, figure out where it's coming from within, okay? And then put your number one priority back on the who you are. The who you are in the equation, your God state, your creator state. I'm the sole cause. I'm the one in control of my experiences. Okay? It's reminding yourself of that and then focusing on the version of you who is receiving, allowing that version of him. Sometimes we think we're maintaining a state where we are seeing ourselves as the version who is having our, perfect version of SP, but we're still holding on to assumptions for that SP. So for example, when I first started clicking with states, I was on a solo vacation. So very, very shortly after making states my priority, movement started occurring between SP and I. And within a week or two of that, we'll say 2 weeks to be safe, I manifested him back, like official back. But he was not the version I wanted. He was, I felt cold. So some of the behaviors that I was seeing, and I was being triggered, right? Some of the behaviors that I was seeing that were triggering me, I was still holding on to assumptions about him. So even though I'm working on my state, making God's state my number one, I'm doing what I'm doing. Remember, these states clicked with me in the middle of this, okay? In the middle of my solo vacation. So I was new. It was trial and error. But I was at it every day. Okay. But I would still fall right back out. So I was being triggered, okay, by some of his behaviors. It's because I was still holding on to original assumptions of him that I had prior to the solo. See what I'm saying? We do have to be self-aware when we're manifesting. Self-aware, meaning, yes, making, your priority, your state, great. But we still got to take like an assumption checklist if we're holding our person to old shitty assumptions. So I still had a shitty assumption that he sucked tits at texting me, in the morning. I don't remember exactly what one of them was that was upsetting me. Or, communication in general. I was still holding onto those. So you're not going to 100% shift that state if we're holding on to beliefs and assumptions that need to fucking go. We're going to start facing them. They're going to start bubbling up so that we can make the full shift. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's normal. If you are just recently now making your state your priority, and there are certain assumptions that you have not addressed, faced, not flipped the thoughts, faced, dealt with, sat with it, okay? They're going to bubble up. They're going to bubble up, and we're going to see some of it in the 3D. So it's how you handle it from this point on. My advice, sit with it, figure out where it's coming from, why you're being triggered by it, right? Accepting that you're being triggered by it. Sit with it, go into your God state, then really immerse yourself into the new version of yourself that you're stepping into. Think about it. It's us who are changing. We're becoming new versions of ourselves. We are. That's how they start changing and start reflecting the new versions of them. That's how we get the full changes. Okay? So hopefully that answered that question. Sarah Pronio, thank you very much. Hitting you with some nail polish cash. I love you. Sarah, thank you so much. You know I love nail polish cash. Okay, I can't get enough nail polish. I've got carts filled all over the place of nail polish. And yes, I probably have like 70,000 of the same shade too. But I don't care. It's never enough. It's never enough. Angel, thank you very much. Love you, Kim. You're the best. Angel, thank you so much. Love you too. Thank you. That was very nice. Thank you. Renee, thank you very much, but your message was retracted. Your message was retracted. Why? What did you want? What did you want to ask me? Krista Solano, thank you very much. Also, no message. Why? Oh, I see you posted after. Okay, hold on. What are some good tools to interrupt old story states stemming from anxious attachment style and codependency? Honestly, if you're struggling with old stories of any kind, even with attachment issues, codependency, it is, in my experience, that is where we want to start using the tools of revision. That's my personal experience. And yes, I had to go there too. Revision. And, hopefully you have an idea of where these attachment styles started. Let me just say something. I believe that different attachment styles obviously exist. But sometimes I struggle with, I can't stand people putting labels on people. I cannot stand it. It angers me. not to say that these attachment styles don't exist. I'm not saying that. I just don't like labels. I just don't. So if you notice, I never talk about things like that on this channel because I don't like it. I feel we get trapped in these labels. I think that we can fall into the trap of constantly looking to see if we have a symptom of something. And I don't know. I just don't like it. And I don't talk about it much for that reason. I don't think it's good to always slap labels on ourselves. I think self-awareness is necessary for manifestation. I do. Well, let me reword. Consistent manifestation. Self-awareness is needed. But I cannot stand the idea of putting negative labels on ourselves. I just don't like it. And I just think it's an awful cycle that we get wrapped up in. So the only thing I ever discuss on my channel is your old stories. And it's for that reason, because I will never put a label on someone. I will never say, ooh, it sounds like you're a little codependent. Or like I saw someone put anxious attachment style, you know. That'll never come out of my mouth. Ever. I just don't like it. Can you see? I'm avoidant of it. I don't like it. I won't do it. I think, who the fuck am I to drop a label like that onto somebody? Who the hell am I to do that? No. And it's just another thing to tell us that there's something wrong with us. And I don't like that. So I leave it. We handle revision for old stories. I like that. To me, that's a little more, not as negative. It's just not as negative. I tell you all the time that on this channel, I don't love bringing in psychology or even science to a point. I don't enjoy it coming in because I don't think they have a place in manifestation. I think science is great when they're finally owning up to our abilities. I love that. That's awesome. But I also think they can be very limiting. Listen, think about it. Psychology. Where did it come from? A man, like meaning a human. We're not dealing with 3D human shit here. We're going above it. So I just don't discuss it on my channel for that reason. There are other creators that do. And, you know, if that's what you're into, I get you'll probably like them better because you're not going to hear it over here. Yes, Brittany, we got to stop finding something wrong. Yeah, we're affirming with our labels. No, don't want to do it. So if I were you, I would stop. I wouldn't even describe yourself as someone who thinks or has that attachment style. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, and listen, if it's bothering you, I get it. But who put the label on you? Who told you that was it? Who told you had that? You know, I don't like anybody dumping limits, labels on us. I don't like it. I won't have it. If you truly believe you have that, we can cure things, cure amazing things. Cancer, I think we can deal with an attachment style. I think you can handle that instead of consistently telling yourself that you are that. I think that's a dangerous territory. I really do. So when I say that's something that I dealt with, it's because I believed I had that label. I believed that. I stopped telling me that that's who I was. And I focused on only old stories if they were perpetuating. With revision, honestly. Absolutely nothing wrong with me. My ego can be a little bitch sometimes, though. Yeah, same. And I think that's part of being a human, you know? Yeah, I don't want to identify with anxiety and depression anymore. I don't blame you. And you've got the power within your mind to start healing things like that. That's more of a Dr. Joe Dispenza type of place, right? But he's got wonderful success stories of people healing themselves of all different things. But like I said, I wish I could be more helpful to you. If you know there's an existing old story or an old pattern that you keep seeing showing up within your relationships, I would utilize revision. That is the tool that was suggested by Neville Goddard. And I'm not a strict Neville Goddard girl, but I love revision because revision has changed a lot of things for me in my life. Try revision. Yeah, sorry. I just don't like labels. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys. Thank you. I've worn the space buns before. I love that, Renee. I love that you're doing that. Yes. Ooh, Aaron Eckhart. I like that. Label is an experience. Choose another. Choose the different version of yourself. I healed myself from my brain condition, allergies, my circulatory disease, and my mental health. Oop, hold on. I never thought I could do that. It held me back for so long, but not anymore. That's right. We have the power to do amazing things with our minds. I don't want to take on the labels of the 3D human world. I don't want that. I like knowing that there's always a possibility. There's always a possibility with our minds, our 4D. If I still had the label mentality, I don't think I'd be with my SP right now. That's right. I manifested away 12 years of chronic pain and a migraine. Yes! Yes, Krista, I do too. Love that label is an experience. And it is. Think about it. When we're given these labels from the human 3D world, that's a state that we are now embodying. We're choosing to hear their label, and we then step into that version of ourselves. Fuck that. Fuck that. We've got the power to step into any version of ourselves. So why not step into the version of ourselves that is 100% healthy and perfect? Healthy and perfect. No worries going on within our minds. None. And we're experiencing our dreams. Why are we not just stepping into that version? Or getting there. Yeah? Okay. Smart Start 24. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. I am getting so exhausted maintaining positive desired states. Now people are treating me poorly and I feel guilty for not having strength. Okay, Smart Start 24. Whoa. Okay, whoa. I am getting so exhausted maintaining positive desired states. Who told you had to be positive all the time? Who told you that? Not this channel. Not this channel. You know damn well I say on this channel that we do not have to be positive and happy all the time. It is not normal or natural to be that way. Would it be great to be happy all the time? Naturally, yeah, it would be awesome. But we're living a human experience. So it's normal to have some ups and downs. And we have to stop looking at those down moments as failure moments, because they're not failure moments. And you can still manifest having a down day. So you are trying to maintain something that nobody on this channel told you to do. Yes, you're putting an expectation on yourself, and you do not have to. Okay? Yes, Tina, that's right. Tina manifested away her dad's cancer. So yeah, you do not. Listen, that's why you're getting exhausted, to be honest. That's why you're exhausted, because you're trying to stay somewhere all the fucking time. No one can do that. I don't do that. Do you think I'm 24/7 in the woman who has it all state? No, I'm still having a human experience. Honestly, I still have days. Sometimes I just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm just grumpy as soon as I wake up. Nothing's wrong in my world. Nothing's happening in my 3D. I can just be a moody heifer sometimes. And I have accepted that. And I'm still manifesting and maintaining this that would be lovely if we could maintain that state 24/7. That would be wonderful. I'm not trying to take a shit on it, right? I'm not. It would be so lovely to be happy 24/7. Yes, of course, that would probably feel amazing. I just don't think it's a bar that we should be setting, because that's where toxic positivity comes into the equation. You're being way too hard on yourself, honey. Way too hard. No. Our goal, honestly, is just to live our existence. And when we get triggered or upset by things that are happening in our 3D, after we've gotten our emotions out, meaning if whatever's happening is, causing you to cry, get them out. Go ahead and cry. Don't stifle how you're feeling. But once you can just chill for a minute and get level-headed for just a minute, that's when we want to sit with what is triggering us instead of trying to flip, affirm. I am not telling anyone to stop affirming, stop visualizing, stop scripting. I'm not telling you to stop those things. I'm saying that when we're getting triggered, we're getting upset, it's time to sit with it, especially if it's intrusive and it's constantly happening. Sit with it. Let's figure out where it's coming from and work from there. But our goal is to never have this unattainable perfection, positive, happy perfection all the time. No, we do not have to do that. And we can still manifest anything we damn well please. I'm your proof of it. I'm not happy 24/7. I have moody moments, just like most people do. So no more of that. Stop being so hard on yourself. Take a break. Take a break for a moment, right? Because if you're feeling exhausted, take a little break. Step away for a minute, okay? Step away. And if something out here is triggering you and upsetting you, time to sit with it so we can figure out where the fuck it's coming from and why it keeps coming in. Okay? Okay? Yeah, and especially you fucking feeling guilty for not having the strength. No. Stop being so hard on yourself. And as far as people treating you so poorly, number one, we don't have to tolerate things from people just because we're manifesting. You do have a right to set a boundary, number one. Number two, that's being reflected to you, honey, because you're trying to maintain a false state. Meaning, this state of the woman or man who has it all literally does feel good. It does feel good. You do feel amazing. Triggers kind of bounce off of you. But there are infinite states. So what is being reflected is either A, you're not necessarily in a beneficial state, meaning you might be in a victim state and are not even really aware of it. Or you're trying to maintain this unnecessary perfection is now bringing things up that are time to face. Because when we do and when we are shifting our states, anything that we have not dealt with, faced, things that we've been trying to just shove away or stuff down and ignore are going to pop up. And that could be what's going on within your own reality, which is time to sit with it. Okay? Juicy Jules, thank you very much. Trying to manifest SP who was a sports person, married with kids, lives in another country. I affirm and feel constantly triggered recently. Any advice? Yes. What state are we working on? What state are you maintaining right now? What are the triggers? Time to sit with them. What are you being triggered by? What's the subject area? You are welcome, Smart Star 24. Don't be so hard on yourself. Juicy Jules, what are we being triggered about? Time to identify where this trigger is coming from. That's my advice to you. It's ducky. It's duckies. You missed the green one. You missed the green one. Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd be sitting with it. Why is it coming up? Where within my self-concept is it coming up so we can identify what state we are working on? Listen, guys, this goes back to Smart Start as well. I don't want you to feel like you must maintain the woman or man who has it all state. My goal, what I think is the most beneficial and what's changed the game for me, was changing the dwelling state. The state that we fall back to no matter what's happening in our 3D. Our autopilot. That's the state that I think is beneficial to change. And you do that by just every single day getting into your God state. Just getting there. If only for damn like a minute. Just getting there. Just getting there. And thinking from the perspective of what would it be like if I actually had all these things that I'm manifesting? What would I feel like right now to be that version of myself? Just touch there. Just get there. Daily doing that will eventually change your dwelling state. That's what happened to me. And life ain't been the same since. Just saying. In a good way. So let's get with the triggers. What is going on? What triggers, girl? What triggers? Cosmos United, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Kim. Today I saw him and I'm happy. Wonderful. Thank you. And hello. Congratulations, movement. Thank you very much, Cosmos. Congratulations. Congratulations. Poop's going to town licking something over there. Jesus. Hold on. Helen, thank you very much. Just wanted to say hello, beautiful. Love you. Well, hello, beautiful. Love you too. Thank you so much. Brianne, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Ran into SP after months no contact. Came up to me and had small talk. Texted me next day, super brief, formal, and he didn't reply after a few messages. Do I just persist? He is wanting a relationship. Right, hold up. I ran into SP after months of no contact. He came up to me and had small talk. Texted me next day, super brief, formal, and he didn't reply after a few messages. Do I just persist? He is wanting a relationship. I would be persisting, yes, of course. I would be really thinking about what of the version of yourself, what version of yourself, what would that version think, feel like if you had that relationship now? What would you think and feel like? What would the version of you having that relationship feel like? Listen, you just got movement, okay? You're looking at how he's now behaving in the 3D. Let me say this. I would love to hear where your mind went when he was being formal, when he stopped responding and kind of, I guess now we're calling it leaving you on red. Where'd your mind go? Probably triggered. And this is not me yelling at you. I'm just saying probably triggered, probably worried that it's going backwards, right? No, this was movement. This was a part of your bridge of Vincent and Honey. He came up to you. He came up to you. This was a part of your bridge and nothing more than that. You know damn well it was victim state. Well, I love that you own it. I love that you own it. Now, Put your focus back where it belongs. On the version of Brienne who has whatever she wants. Just get there for a minute. Just get there. Feel it. What does it feel like to be the version of Brienne who has the relationship with the version of SP that you desire? What does it feel like? What would you feel like? Literally. Calm, probably, nothing to worry about. In love. Get there for a sec. Just get there. That's you embodying that state. Honestly. You're getting movement. You're doing good. Don't roll back into victim state, or at least don't stay there. Okay? Things are moving and brewing in your 3D. This is good. Don't put a negative spin on it. Please don't. We are all so guilty of that, this girl included. If I would start getting movement back in the day, and then if it kind of went in the wrong direction, oh Lord, I would instantly give it a negative meaning. Not knowing what she's going to she's being dirty right now, okay? Jesus, poop. I'm live. Stop being nasty. She's judging me right now. Don't be so hard on yourself, Brienne. You get yourself back into the place of the woman who has it all. Just touch it for a few minutes. Little bits every day. Little bits. Little bits. And your dwelling state will change and things will start rolling. Okay? This was part of your bridge of incidents. Hakim just wanted to let you know how helpful these live chats are. They reset me like a mother. I love it. Good. And on that note, I got to go. I'm sorry. I have a coaching call. I warned you. It was going to be a short live. Yeah, I have a call. 4 minutes. I got 4 minutes. You know the deal. Every day this week, I will be posting a super chat video, catching up, because I got super chats coming straight out of my ass since fucking May. I think May 29th. So this week is going to be super chat catch-up week. Okay? So my goal, there should be a video every day. I'm trying to think, what else? Any super chats not answered here. You know the deal. I will make the video answering. All right. I don't ignore you guys. What am I forgetting? I feel like I am. I don't know. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. Love you all. Be good. Don't be so damn hard on yourselves. We do not have to be perfect to get what we want. We don't. This girl is never perfect. And I'm not changing. I like me just the way I am. Okay? We don't have to be perfect. All right? Love you all. See you all